I uploaded the exact same YouTube video 5 different times, and YouTube reacted differently to almost every version. I didn't expect the results to be this inconsistent, and honestly, it completely changed how I think the platform works. Because until now, I assumed that if a video was good, YouTube would eventually figure it out and push it to people. But after posting over 30 videos with almost no impressions, I'm starting to think the system is far more unpredictable than most creators realize. So instead of making another new video and hoping for a different result again, I decided to test something much more directly. I wanted to see what would happen if I uploaded the exact same video multiple times under slightly different conditions. Not different topics, not different editing, and not completely different thumbnails either. The core video stayed exactly the same every single time so I could isolate what YouTube was actually reacting to. Each upload changed only one thing at a time. Sometimes it was the upload time, sometimes it was the title, and sometimes it was just the thumbnail packaging around the same video. The goal wasn't to cheat the system or spam uploads until something worked accidentally. I wanted to see whether YouTube treats videos consistently, or whether small changes can completely alter how a video gets tested. Because right now, my biggest problem isn't retention or watch time, it's getting impressions in the first place. And if YouTube never tests the video, then the quality of the content doesn't even matter yet. So I uploaded the first version exactly how I normally would, and the result was what I've become painfully familiar with by now. Almost no impressions, barely any movement, and no sign that YouTube understood who to show it to. Then I changed only the title and uploaded the second version. Same video underneath, completely different first impression from the outside. And weirdly, the behavior changed almost immediately. Not in a huge way, and definitely not enough to call it successful, but enough to notice that YouTube was reacting differently. The impressions started earlier and the testing window felt slightly more active than before. That's when I realized something important that I think most small creators underestimate. YouTube doesn't experience your video the same way you do. You see the effort, the editing, the script, and the hours you spent making it, but YouTube mostly sees packaging first, because packaging determines whether viewers interact with the video at all. Then I uploaded the third version with a different thumbnail while keeping the stronger title from the second upload. And this is where things started getting genuinely confusing, because the third upload actually performed worse again. At first, I thought maybe YouTube detected it as duplicate content and suppressed it automatically. But the timing and behavior didn't fully match that explanation, which made this even more frustrating to understand. So I kept going. The fourth upload used the same thumbnail as the second version, but I changed the upload time completely to see whether timing influenced the testing process. And once again, the behavior changed even though the video itself didn't. That's the part that started messing with my head. Because if the exact same video can behave differently depending on how it enters the system, then YouTube clearly isn't judging videos in a perfectly objective way. It's judging how the audience initially responds to the package around the video. And that means small creators might be focusing on the wrong things entirely. Most people think the hardest part is making good content, which obviously matters eventually. But right now, I think the harder problem is getting YouTube to even test the content properly in the first place. Because once the testing starts, then retention matters, watch time matters, and all the deeper metrics start becoming important. But before that, the platform is mostly reacting to signals from the packaging. That's why this experiment changed how I think about thumbnails and titles completely. They're not decorations, they're entry points into the system. And if the entry point changes how YouTube behaves, then even small adjustments can create completely different outcomes. Which explains why some videos suddenly move while others die instantly. The fifth upload was the most interesting one of all because by this point, I wasn't looking for views anymore. I was watching for behavioral differences in the system itself. And that shift in mindset matters a lot. Because instead of asking, did this video succeed, I started asking, how did YouTube react differently this time? And honestly, that question is much more useful when you're a small creator. This experiment didn't suddenly make my channel blow up, and I'm not pretending I've cracked the algorithm overnight. But it did prove something that I can't ignore anymore. The system is reacting to more than just the quality of the content itself. And if that's true, then understanding the testing process becomes just as important as understanding storytelling, editing, or pacing. Which means small creators need to think differently if they want to grow faster. So now, I'm approaching YouTube less like an artist and more like someone running controlled experiments. Changing one variable at a time and studying how the platform responds to each adjustment. Because if one small change can create a different reaction, then stacking multiple strong decisions together might eventually create a real breakthrough. And honestly, this is the first time that feels genuinely possible to me. I still don't fully understand how the system works yet, but this experiment proved that there's something happening underneath the surface that most people never pay attention to. And now I can't stop thinking about it. So the next thing I'm testing is even more aggressive than this. Because if changing the packaging changes the reaction, then I want to find out just how sensitive the system actually is. And that's where things could start getting really interesting.